Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which I'm gonna try to avoid you getting scammed. There is a new offer in the shop, the AMX CDA Canon d'Assaut 105 plus the AMX 3057, and for a lot of people it's probably going to be a juicy offer. But first, let's mention the price, 20,000 gold for only two poor tier 8 and tier 7 tanks. Yeah, it's already too much. And another weird thing I saw, it's the first time I see this avatar called Who Wants a Piece. It's an animated one, and to be honest, I hope that they are not overpricing it just because of the avatar, because it's literally just a pizza slice getting off a blitz oven or something. I couldn't tell you exactly. But without further ado, let's talk about the two tanks we need to talk about in this video. The only one I would like to focus on is the AMX 3057, because when we take a look at the AMX Canon d'Assaut 105, it's a tank that still requires a lot of skill, unlike the AMX 3057 that can be fun in a lot of different places and different games and different playstyles. It's a light tank, so obviously your mobility is going to be great. The only thing you need to care of is your auto-loading mechanism. You have a lot of shells in the magazine, which makes it really delightful to play, 6 shells to be specific, with only 9 seconds of total reload. 1 second between shells, so it will take you around 14 seconds to unleash all your shells. And to be honest, beside the fact that yes, your shells are not gonna do a lot of damage because, well, if you have 6 shells you obviously have less average damage, here 90. At least as you're firing pretty much every single second of the game, you are never gonna get bored while playing this thing. So here, luckily for us, we're top tier. We're gonna play it live simply because I kind of lack of time because I need to get to work in 1 hour, but it's not going to be a problem. This tank's playstyle is divided in 3 parts. The first is obviously spotting for the rest of your team. And this is exactly what we're gonna do here. We quickly try to see something, but it seems like all the enemies decided to go on the other side. Except maybe the LTTB that is trying to do something, or maybe they were just slow. But at least we have the information, we know that they have 2 guys on here. This is the first part, you see we spot. Now there is the second one, which is kind of placement style. What I mean by that is that you need to get your tank to the correct spot. How do you do that, and how do you know that it's a good spot? You make sure that you can sneak shells on your enemies while they can't attack you in return. There we go. For example, here we sneaked 2. The STRV is probably going to go on that LTTB, and I'm gonna follow him. I mean, I only have 9 seconds of reload on my whole clip, which is definitely gonna help me quite a lot getting my hands on all of those guys. Now we're gonna keep going because after all there is a Panther, but I'm not subject to the fight, and hopefully if we are lucky enough we will be able to unleash a whole clip before having to deal with the Panther once he's done with the STRV. There we go. I'm not gonna bother. I'm escaping because obviously I don't want to get wrecked, but it's not a problem. There is the T29, the M26 or Magnus or whatever did not see me coming. We killed the guy, or at least we tried to kill the guy, and now we only have to deal with the Panther. Is it gonna try something like this? Oh goddamn, why would you try such a stupid thing, Panther? And he's gonna keep going. He really wants to kill us. Not a problem after all. I can deal with those guys. There we go. There is no more Panther, and now we only have to deal with the Tankenstein. As you can see, I'm not trying to push by myself totally alone. If you do this with this tank, you are probably gonna get smoked. What you want to do instead is trying to circle and make sure that you're not the guy that everyone wants to kill. Obviously, everyone will want to kill you because you're an easy target. It's easy to spot you. It's also easy not to bounce you. But well, if you make sure that you are sticking with your heavies or whatever tank and you wait for them to take the shots, you should not struggle at all like I did here. Your autoloader reloading in only 9 seconds is probably your greatest strength with this tank. And maybe we're gonna be able to do a 6-kill game, I guess, because we're gonna get there first. Yes, we are. A pull metal and probably an ace anchor because we did like 2.7k damage. Ah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. All enemy tanks are destroyed. We did a couple of good damage, 6 kills. It's an ace tanker, as I just mentioned. And on top of that, we did a lot of credits. Yes, we did. It's a good tank to make credits, even if in my opinion, it's definitely not the best. But for 20,000 gold, not worth it. Now, briefly, we can talk about the AMX CDA 105. There are two things you need to know about this tank. It doesn't have any armor, except if you over-angle it, because obviously with such a shape, it's better to angle it. 10 degrees of gun depression, making it versatile on pretty much every single terrain you're gonna encounter, and a great mobility, allowing you to either relocate or play aggressively with your mediums. That being said, the gun is the same as the one we have on the 30B, but you are gonna reload a little bit longer because you're a tier 8, sorry, and not a tier 10. That being said, let's jump into a playstyle. So here, same as before, you're gonna divide the playstyle in two parts. The first is waiting for your allies to spot for you. So you're gonna try not to play too aggressively. I can go with the WT on the little bush camp spawn right there, but it's not the best. It's not the best because obviously it would be a shame not to use your mobility. But I want to showcase that playstyle because I know most of you will play it that way. So there we go, trying to stick my shells, or at least trying to spot something. Bang, there we go for the Foch. You have an amazing accuracy with this tank, and trust me, you want to use it at max. Now, there we go. Standard is probably going to come back. I missed it, unfortunately, but that's the price to pay. You can't be good all the time. Alright, so can people spot, or does no one wants to spot? It seems like no one wants. Not a problem. As long as I stay here, as I have a great camo, I should not get spotted. Unlike a WT that is an easy target. Okay, you see that, well, everyone is camping. We have literally nothing else to do here. If we stay here, we're not going to be useful. So what we do is we use our mobility to escape, to relocate. And this is here the greatest strength of the CDA, but also its greatest weakness. Why? Because when you relocate fast, you have a downside. The downside is the armor profile. The overall armor of that tank is definitely not the best, and you need to know how to play with it. And in this kind of scenarios where everyone is camping and you're kind of an aggressive player like me, you're not necessarily gonna find your place. It's just boring. You know you can't push forward. You don't have the armor for it. But at the same time, you can't solve yourself to just stay here and wait. And goddamn, do we have to wait for a very, very, very long time. So what we're gonna do here instead is trying to escape. We took a shot straight into the gun mantlet from the Foch, which helped us a lot. He's trying to get us, and we're trying to kind of make him go too far for him to get shot. And it works because the Foch is nearly a one shot. Maybe the WT is gonna do the job, maybe not. Yes, he did. And now the only thing we have to deal with is an SU. So there we go, using adrenaline right now. We have 3 seconds of reload. As long as we stay here, as we can angle our tank, I guess we can bounce, except if it goes, as always, in the freaking weak spot, which is the cupola. And this is why this tank can be kind of troll sometimes, because of that thing specifically. So there we go, we are serving literally as a bait without anyone trying to help us. And yeah, I mean, kind of a shame to see that I had to be the one to push forward for my team to do the job. Now we only have to deal with a Standard B and a K91, and my team is definitely not gonna count on me to try anything. I'm gonna wait in the back because that's the only thing I can do right now, and hopefully we are gonna be able to get our hands on the K91 that is probably camping right there, you know, on the other side of the map, because that's usually what the heavies are doing if they are not trying to play aggressively. Oh, even better. Okay, at least I'm gonna be able to showcase the gracious DPM of that thing that is close to 3k, even more than 3k if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, this is what we are gonna end up the video with. It seems a juicy farm and probably a raging enemy team that is already insulting the K91, getting ready to report the boy. And this is how it ends in chaos for the enemy team and graciously for us. Victory, all enemy tanks are destroyed, and if we take a look at the results, you will see that we should be able to have done a lot of credits. Yeah, you see, this tank is packing some serious credit coefficient, but is it enough to justify such a high price, knowing that it's the exact same price as, wait, where's the bundle? The exact same price as a brand new tier 10 tank? I don't think so. Of course, you still have the possibility of buying the tanks one by one, or at least only for the CDA. And if it's only for that price, it's definitely not worth it to give it a try. Just wait for the AMX 3057 to come into the game, and you should save a couple of dollars on whatever is coming, probably the new Japanese heavies. Hopefully, if you enjoyed, you know what to do. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.